Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Andy Learn and Share. Today I have come up with a new video on real-time interview robotic process automation questions and answers. Although this is my second video on RPA question and answer, the previous video that I described mostly on generic robotic process automation question and answer, but this video I have come up with a specific tool called Uipath. So most of the questions you can see in this video that is based for Uipath, and in future I'll bring up the other question and answer for automation anywhere and also in Blue Prism. So if you like this video, I request you to please like and share this video to the other RP aspirants or to your colleagues or to your friends, so that they can refer this video and they can prepare themselves for any robotic process automations interviews. And also I would request you to please subscribe this channel, so that whenever I bring up a new videos in future, then you'll get an automatic notification to your YouTube channel or YouTube. So let's get started. The first question I have bring up with is, what are the important aspects to be considered in the planning phase of automation? Although this is a generic question, but from the next question onwards you can say that is best on the Uipath, but this is a generic question because this question I had not covered in my previous video, so I thought this would be very beneficial for you all. So that's the reason the first question is this one. So to answer this question, you have to you can say this following things. Selecting the right RP tool, this is the first one, because if you are planning to implement the robotic process automation in your process, then you will have to make sure that you select correct RPA tools for your particular process. And I think in my other video I have described how to choose the robotic process automation tool based on what kind of process. So definitely you can refer that video for this answering this, selecting the right robotic process automation tool. The next one is choosing the right framework. The next one is selecting various items such as in scope and out of scope based on the task, because that is very important. Some process they may not be suitable for robotic process automation, so you will have to analyze that before you consider any aspect for planning phase of automation. The next one is testing the environment, and the last one is identification of deliverables. So these are some of the points that you'll have to be considered in the planning phase of automation. Moving to the next one, how would you deploy Uipath? So this question is basically on Uipath. So you'll have to install Uipath Studio on the system on which you are planning to automate the processes. To provision the machine, take the robot key from orchestrator and enter it into the robot configuration board, and furthermore the configuration URL that can be found in the admin section of orchestrator. And once you do this, you'll have to publish the procedure, except if we simply need to utilize our existing procedure. And then you'll have to develop the bot on a particular environment. On that environment you'll have to create a release of the process, then you can release it to the higher environment, and finally you can start a job using orchestrator. How do you invoke a Uipath workflow? This is also one of the most important, so that's the reason I bring up this question, the third one. Workflow are small pieces of common automation that are reusable and applicable in multiple scenarios. They are used to automate similar processes. We can invoke a workflow using the INVOKE workflow function in Uipath, and we can save it as a template. We can also combine two workflows to make combined automation. The fourth question is, explain flow switch in Uipath. What is flow switch? Flow switch or flow decision is a flowchart specific activity that splits the control flow into two or more branches based on some conditions. Whichever condition is satisfied, that particular task is executed. Sorry. Yeah. The next question is, what is screen scraping in RPA? So I think you if you are already in RPA, you would have definitely used the screen scraping. And if you want to understand more in this screen scraping, I have another video on web scraping, so you can refer that video for this particular screen scraping process. So screen scraping is an essential component of the RPA toolkits. It is used to capture bitmap data from the screen and cross-check it with the stored information to decipher it. So moving to the next one, there are some of the list of benefits of screen scraping. So the interviewer may ask you, what are the benefits of screen scraping? So it works on application elements that are not accessible through the code or UI frameworks. It provides text digitization through optical character recognitions or OCR. It is easy to implement and mostly accurate. Moving to the next one, the seventh question, how do you use assign activity and delay activity in UiPath? Assign activity is generally used to assign a value or output to a variables. It can be used inside loops, arrays, etc. Delay activity is used to delay or pause the automation for a particular duration. The next one is what are selectors in UiPath? This is very important. In fact, although this I have put this question on 8th one, but usually if you are attending UiPath, the Robotic Process Automation Interview, and if you are choosing a tool as UiPath, then they're definitely going to ask you what are selectors in UiPath. Sorry. UiPath uses selectors that stores the attributes of its graphical user interface or GUI elements and its parents in the form of an XML fragments. Selectors are automatically generated. The selector has the following structure: node 1, node 2, / node n. So this is very important question. I think in one of my other videos I have briefly explained to you, and I think I have also shown you in examples how the selectors are being used in robotic process automation, or in particularly in UiPath. The next one is explain how to create and remove an argument in UiPath. To create an argument in the designer panel, you will have to click on arguments and the argument panel will be displayed, and you'll have to click on create argument line. And just to remove an argument, you'll have to go again to the argument panel, and then you'll have to select an argument or right click on the argument and press delete. Then the argument will be deleted from your code. The last question is what are the various type of recordings available in UiPath? So this is the basic questions that definitely the interviewers are going to ask you if you are attending for UiPath interviews. There are 4 types of recording. One is basic recording, desktop recording, web recording, and the Citrix recording. So yeah, these are the 10 interviews, question and answers that I bring upon in this video. In future I'll bring with some other videos on question and answer for the other tools like Automation Anywhere and Blue Prism. Thank you for watching this video. Have a nice day.